G'day everyone, Average Alexis here, hoping you're having a good one. And today we are finally back to doing makeup tutorials. It has been such a long time since I've done a proper makeup tutorial on this channel, and it shouldn't have been such a long time because it's like the one thing that I'm actually pretty decent at, but I am getting off track here. Today I will be doing a Bruise makeup tutorial. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Halloween and I love special effects makeup and the gory stuff and all that sort of thing, and most of the bases that you have to have underneath all that gory stuff is a bruise, because we all know that with wounds and that sort of thing they get bruised as well. You get bruising around the area. I have the advantage of already having super dark circles under my eyes, so I usually go for a black eye because it's one of the simplest things to do. Now what I'm using is the BYS Effects Bruise color wheel. They have several different of their effects range in the color wheels. This one's for bruises obviously, but I have the burn one as well, and I think there's another one that I was going to get but I can't quite remember what it is. Yeah, this brand is fantastic for their special effects makeup, for stuff that it won't come off unless you want it to come off, and when it does, it's really easy to get it off. I just had a ball last Halloween using this, and I had so many people comment on it and say how realistic it looked and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I haven't done bruising under my eye for a while. I think the last time I did any bruising around my eye was Halloween last year, because I dressed up as a zombie, so I did the whole super tired eyes and like trying to make my eye sockets look really sunken into my face and that sort of thing. But yes, so when you get your color wheel, you have 4 colors. I personally like to start with the lightest color first, so yellow, and layer everything on from there. The directions on the back just say apply selected color using special effects tools to desired effect. It doesn't tell you what order to do them in, so it's a case of personal preference as to how dark you want the bruise to look and how realistic you want it to look, or what stage of bruising you want it to be in. But yeah, I always start with yellow, and I have my beauty blender, and I hope it's going to cooperate with me today because I've used it a lot for bruising in the past, but this is going to be very interesting. Is the camera crooked? I can't quite tell. Sorry if it's crooked. But yeah, so lightest color goes first. Personal preference for me. But yeah, if I look this way, it's because I'm double checking in the mirror to see that I'm doing the right thing. Because I usually sit in my room on my floor and do this, but I can't film from that spot in my room. The idea with bruises is to not go too over the top. I have actually had a black eye before where it was bruised all along here and up here because I'd almost fractured my cheekbone. Oh, eye socket, sorry, that's cheekbones in a different spot, but yeah. So I do know what a real bruise looks like. It just depends on how over the top you're going and what the makeup is for. Like for me, using it at work for Halloween dress up, I'm obviously going to overemphasize it a little bit, but if you're going for more realistic, you don't want to go too over the top. Now I've left this side clear because I'm not quite sure if I want to do over there just yet, but yeah. So the next color is green. So the green mixed in with the yellow gives you that really faded bruise kind of look. So after this second step, you could stop if you wanted a older looking bruise. But I always go like right for the really, really severe bruises. I even sometimes add in a bit of red just to emphasize it a bit. I may do that today, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. And the idea behind layering it on like this is to use smaller and smaller sections the further along you get, so that it goes in from being lightest to darkest. And I know this doesn't look too crash hot right now, but see, from my perspective, that's already starting to look like a bruise, like an old faded bruise, admittedly, but it's still starting to look a bit more like a bruise. So I'm gonna leave the yellow on its own here and a little bit up there, but yeah, like I said, the closer in you get with it, the more you want, like the smaller amount, can't talk again, the smaller you want the area that the color covers to be. So I'm gonna put my beauty blender down now because it's massive and I don't really need it this big for now. I'm just gonna use my finger because it's that easy. You can literally just use your finger with this. I usually use a brush because my finger sometimes makes it turn out weird, but needs must. I think that's how you say that. So next up is the blue. Now this is probably gonna look very odd because bruises generally aren't blue. And if you'll notice I'm putting this really super close to my eye because again, I'm trying to make it realistic, but at the same time, that being said, this stuff can be put really close to your eye without affecting you too much. I should have brought in the burn wheel as well because that adds the red to it. The great thing about this makeup brand is you can mix all the different colors together and you still get the effect that you want. You don't necessarily have to just use the Bruise wheel. It all depends on the effect that you want and that sort of thing. So, and the key to this very much is blending like crazy. If you don't blend this, you're just gonna look like you're faking it till you make it, basically. All right, so next up, so I've done the blue. As you can see, still doesn't look too crash hot. It looks a little bit like a bruise, but not quite. So next is the purple. And you're literally just dabbing this on by this point. Tiny little bits, and right in the corner of my eye. Like really super close. And I'm not looking at that screen because that screen's distracting me. But, so that's all I'm gonna do with the purple. I'm not gonna go any further into it with the purple because again, if you spread it out too much and mix all the colors completely together, it doesn't quite turn out the way you want. So, sorry, I'm just wiping my beauty blender on my shirt. So I've just cleaned that off a bit, and now all I'm gonna do is go back in with this and try and blend everything together a bit more to make it a little bit softer. Because otherwise you do not have a very convincing bruise there. Woohoo! See, and this is when you go in and you touch up, like you fade out the yellow a little bit more and you know, bring everything up a little bit more and try to spread it out and like emphasize the colors a little bit more. Just basically give it that faded off look. This is probably not the perfect way to say this, but yeah, you want it to kind of fade out because that's what bruises do. Bruises aren't all like one color section. Alrighty, oh, that's looking like a good shiner right there. This is what I love being able to do stuff like this. Like, and this is one color wheel of stuff. Anyone can do this. It's all about the blending. So as you can see, that's a pretty damn convincing bruise. Like I legit look like I have a black eye right now. I would normally add a little touch of red, like just around the rings, like right here on my waterline, but I'm gonna leave it for today. So the only other thing that I do that other people may not, is I then go back over with my normal foundation and I just kind of dab my powder foundation over the top just to set it a little bit and make it not as overpowering. Yeah, nice, I like it. I look like I have a black eye. So as you can see, literally out of all of those colors that you have there, the only one that is distinctly its own color is the purple. And that's because that's the center of the bruise. That's the worst of it. I probably could have come down a little bit more onto my bone just to make it, obviously because that's where the bruising would be, but like I'm pretty happy with that. I might have spread it out a little bit more, put a little bit of different emphasis on different spots, but yeah, that's basic bruising makeup tutorial, and it's all thanks to this little BYS effects kit. They have a ton of these. They're fantastic products. And yeah, this is like, tell me this doesn't look like a black eye. Like, honestly guys, if it doesn't look like a black eye, tell me in the comments below. But the good thing about this is now that you've seen the colors, you don't have to go and buy the effects palette. I know that for that little thing, I think it cost me about $10, which some people may think is too expensive or anything like that, but it looks pretty damn good. I have done black eyes with eyeshadow before, and I have made it very, very convincing, but again, eyeshadow has that slight glitter and glimmer to it that you just can't cover up no matter how hard you try, so it does look fake. But to me personally, this genuinely looks like I have a black eye. I would normally add some red into it, but you see how the makeup has made that line there? That's exactly what a Bruise would do. Speaking from experience of having a black eye, that's exactly what a Bruise would do, is that it'd spread down like that. It wouldn't all be one block of color. It wouldn't all be like looking like four separate colors. But yeah, depending on how old you want the Bruise to look or how new you want the Bruise to look, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a very, very basic bruising, like that's a very basic black eye makeup tutorial. Nice quick little short one for you, but yeah, that's literally all I can say about it. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and it's even easier to make your eyes look completely sunken in if you're going for like a zombie look or something like that. But that's a wrap for this video, guys. Thanks heaps for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. Believe in yourself and be you, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys! I might go out to the shops and try and convince some people that I'm a sad person who got punched in the face. No, I would never do that. I'm not that nasty. I might go out to basketball like this and see if I can get some sympathy from some of the boys out there. Who knows? Bye guys.